How are we doing? How are we doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the Cho Show. Welcome to my office hours. These are my office hours where we're going to yap about random stuff to our heart's content. Okay? Um, it's been a long day for me. It's been a very long day. I woke up with a headache, a very small headache, and it's just been a struggle all day long. It's been a struggle all day long. But I'm here. I'm home. I have survived. The devil's trying to take me out. The devil and the IDF trying to take me out. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They're trying to take me out. But it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's not. Um, how is everyone else doing though? I want to check in with everyone. Is everyone else doing well? I feel like no one else is doing well. Truly, honestly, I feel like no one is really doing well. Um, I don't know what to say about that. Um, but let's make sure that first of all, you guys can hear me. I think you can hear me. Yeah, I think you can hear me. I'm posting that we're live. Yes, we're live. We're here. Oh fuck, that's the wrong channel, honey. Sorry, this is a mess. This is a mess. Okay, we're here. We're live. We're in color. We're putting all the live chat on. Hey, Luke, what's going on, Luke? Oh my God, Luke. By the way, I'm so happy you're here. Um, After I end tonight's live stream, which is not going to be a long one, 60 minutes maximum. After I end tonight's live stream, I'm going to do a short specifically for you, showing off all the food I had at my tea service this past Sunday. Yes, you gave me a super chat. I really appreciate it. And so I will be rewarding you by uploading a YouTube short specifically for you. Just showcasing the food and tea that I served on Sunday for tea service. I'm really excited about that. Also, another announcement. Um, my latest video is out, which is basically I'm doing highlights of my live streams. So if you are someone that maybe you come really late to a live stream, maybe you miss my class, my dissertation, my little big rant, little big rant. I love that. I love that. Little big. I love using little big. But my little big rant of the day, I'm now doing highlights. So I release those videos publicly in a condensed format so that it's a lot more digestible. So if you miss a live stream, you can watch it at a later date. You can get, the big ideas out. That being said, I have to say, um, I think this is pertinent because we're talking about Luke, who gave me a very benevolent super chat. Her benevolence knows no bounds. I really need you guys to show up and support me monetarily. And I don't mean opening your pocketbooks. When I say monetarily, I mean I really need you guys to like, I need you to subscribe, I need you to comment, I need you to boost my content out in the algorithm, especially because there's going to be some times where my content is not monetized at all. So that's kind of where the super chats come in, memberships come in, because it helps me stay free. It helps me to stay uncensored when I have direct support from you guys. But for example, the video that I uploaded is not monetized. It YouTube has already flagged it. YouTube has already flagged my video, so I can't monetize it. But even when I know I'm talking about topics that are not monetizable, I want to still talk about that shit because I believe in freedom of speech. Okay. Um, so, with that being said, again, I want to implore you, If you are a big fan of this channel, I would love for you to become a member for only $1.99 a month. It's $1.99 a month, okay? Stop being cheap. $1.99 a month. That is one DoorDash delivery a year. And judging by everybody's waistline, you could spare yourself a DoorDash delivery one time a year. Okay? So if you want to keep me free, keep freedom of speech alive, support my content. And again, listen, in Trump's economy, Trump is crashing shit left and right. So I know everybody's budgets are tight. There are ways that you can, support the channel monetarily without coming out of coin yourself. Commenting, liking, engaging in the comments, actually watching my videos. Like go back and watch some of my videos. You know, that puts money in my pockets directly through advertising dollars. So there are free ways you can support my content monetarily, and I thank you in advance for that. Okay, enough of the platitudes. Let's read a couple comments. We're gonna read the Daily Stoic, and we're gonna get into what I'm yapping about today, which is hopefully, fingers crossed, the end of my internet drama. We'll see. I'm not holding my breath, but I'm a faithful person. I'm a Christian. So I'm hoping that my drama is done, but we'll see. We'll see. Paulson, it's 11:10. Thank you for sharing. Oh, no problem. Hey, Fancy Monkey, what was the main legacies left by the westward traveling Christian missionaries such as Marcus and Narcissa Whitman in the early 1830s? No idea. Hey Cho, YouTube snatched your bag with the quickness. YouTube snatched my bag immediately. They snatched my bag immediately. They hate when I speak truth to power, especially when I'm calling out Israel. What time is it for you? 11:10. Bonjour, Novak. Hi. Where are you from, Paulson? Let's get into Daily Stoic so I can get into my rant and I can be on with my business tonight. Today is the 17th of March. I love the title of today's entry. This is today's entry. The beauty of choice. Again, we're reading from the Daily Stoic. We like to always start off every live stream with a passage from the Daily Stoic. I think it could be of high value to you. I know it's of high value to me. The beauty of choice. You are not your body and hairstyle, but your capacity for choosing well. If your choices are beautiful, so too will you be. Epictetus Discourses. I'll read that again. You are not your body and hairstyle, but your capacity for choosing well. If your choices are beautiful, so too will you be. It's that line in the movie Fight Club. You are not your job. You're not how much money you have in the bank. You're not the car you drive. You're not the contents of your wallet. Obviously, our friend Epictetus never saw that movie or read the book, but apparently, the consumerism of the 1900s existed in ancient Rome too. It's easy to confuse the image we present to the world for who we actually are, especially when media messaging deliberately blurs that distinction. You might look beautiful today, but if that was the result of vain obsession in the mirror this morning, the Stoics would ask, are you actually beautiful? A body built from hard work is admirable. A body built to impress gym rats is not. That's what the Stoics urge us to consider. Not how things appear, but what effort, activity, and choices they are the result of. I love that. A body built from hard work is admirable. A body built to impress gym rats is not. You gotta understand the distinction there. I think it's a beautiful entry. Beautiful entry, and it's a good reminder, especially as um, especially as I embark on my looks maxing journey this year with my eyebrows. It's all about the consistency, the dedication, the perseverance, and the consistency. It's not always about the end result and how you appear in front of others, right? Um, what do you guys think about the entry? How do we feel about that entry? Do we like that entry? Was that an interesting piece of dialogue? I think it's interesting. Hmm. Um, I'm in Wisconsin. Cool. They didn't give you a chance. Gay black dude on YouTube whining about Israel. I tuned in at Israel, legendary feed pool. Cool story, bro. You like Israel? I never been heard. It's getting turned into a great resort. Fight Club is more about nihilism versus stoicism. Oh, maybe it is, sure. But there's nuggets of wisdom you can get out of everything, right? Um and listen, I've stopped by the way, I have stopped whining about Israel, and what I do more so is I bitch about America supporting Israel. There's a difference. There's a difference. Um I'm Irish and German, born in the US. Oh, well, welcome to the US. You have a beautiful nose. Oh, really? You think so? Black and beautiful. A man who carries a cat by the tail learns something he can learn in no other way. Cool story. I love anime. I can respect that. We don't have free healthcare, but someone who takes our tax dollars sure does. I mean, this is very simple shit, soldier. Very, very simple shit. Okay. As someone with mostly libertarian views, mostly, I tend to be pretty conservative on some positions, especially as it relates to immigration, which is, I'm not very libertarian when it comes to immigration at all, not in the least bit. But as someone who leads mostly with libertarian thoughts and perspectives, um, it's abhorrent to understand the fact that our government officials, our Epstein class officials, are able to steal our wealth and to misappropriate our funds. They can waste our. Listen, I talk about this all the time. Bitch, I can run up a credit card bill just as fast as Congress can run up our debt. I really don't understand the benefit I get from them taking my money to go into debt. Whereas if I went into debt my own self with my own volition, I could have my Hermes bag by now. I could have my $4,000 bag. Listen, if I'm gonna put myself into debt, I'm going to have things to show for it. When politicians steal my money and then go into debt with the money that they stole from me, I have nothing to show for that. So that's the crux of my issue. I have nothing to show for the debt that I have incurred against my own will. I mean, this is fucking wild. Fucking wild. This may be controversial, but what's your opinion on the world right now? I'll get to that, Paulson. I want to get into the main story of tonight first and kind of give you guys a little bit of a quick rundown about where I am with my internet, okay? And then afterwards, we'll do open commenting, back and forth, question and answer, like these office hours typically are. Um, those that have been a part of this community have known that I've struggled with my internet service provider, Breezeline. Okay, I'm not gonna do a whole recap about Breezeline because, bitch, I have a series. I have a playlist. If you go onto my channel and you go to playlists, go to the Breezeline saga. This has been a journey with Breezeline. These fucking I said I was gonna try to stay calm. These people at Breezeline have caused me so much distress. Okay, so where we left off in the saga, let's talk about where we left off. Where we left off is that I was forced to hire a private IT professional. Okay, I hired a private IT professional to get myself back on track. Okay, so he comes to the house, he does his little inspection, tee hee ha ha ho ho, everything's cute. He tells me that the Breezeline guy that was here last time is a fucking idiot. Total fucking idiot. He was really cute, Eastern European type of guy, really attractive. Really attractive. Really big nose, just like I like him. Really big nose. I love a big nose. He said the guy was a complete idiot. We have this gigantic concrete wall in our basement. And what my IT guy said was that even though you would think that the Wi-Fi is going up, even with the wall there, it can't go through the wall. And so when the Breezeline dude told me, "Oh, well, it shouldn't be a big deal," it's a big fucking deal. So what my IT guy did was he moved the modem, the source of the internet, to the center of the basement, above that concrete wall, right? When he did that, we had an instant boost in connectivity to the internet. Okay. Um, so that happened. Okay. Then um he's like, we're gonna try this for a week, see what happens. If you're still having issues with the internet, let me know after a week, and I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna install a network card into your PC directly, right? And if that doesn't work, he was going to configure a custom made Cat 5 cable, um, hardwiring my PC into the modem from the basement. So we had kind of a step by step process of how we were going to address the internet issues and what types of fixes we were going to try and in which order, right? Okay, so he took all my money after that first visit. I wrote him a check. I'm not even gonna tell you how much I paid the man, but I wrote him a check, and he took that check, cashed it, and went to Aruba. Literally went to Aruba. Okay, so he goes to Aruba, comes back after 10 days later. My internet's still shit. Now it had improved from him just moving the modem. It had improved, but I still could not stream um, from my PC. I couldn't live stream. For those that don't know, I do these office hours from my phone. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. But when you are streaming from your PC, it requires a bit more work, right? Well, I couldn't do it. It was very unfunctional. So I said, you got to come back because I can't do my job. I can't do YouTube. I do want to one day start another gaming channel on YouTube and not Twitch, but I need to have the capabilities of streaming from my PC first. So he comes back, he installs this network card into my PC, and I'll show you this too. And also that thing. I don't know what that thing is, but but that's there too. So he installs the network card. He puts this like little antenna thing on top of my PC. Instant relief. instant relief. Instant relief. And he was very confident. He told me, he's like, oh, I think this is going to solve it. I don't think I'm not even going to bring the Cat 5 cable because I think this is going to be the solve. This is the problem. This is the issue. And I think I have the solution. Instantaneously, my internet was boosted. I could gain access. I'm getting much higher upload speeds. I'm getting much better download speeds. I've been able to live stream from my PC, not just my typical social and political commentary shit, but I've also been able to live stream video games. And I play FPS shooters, like FPS games, which are very heavy loads on your PC, on your system. And so if you want to do a good benchmark of how strong your internet connection is, live stream an FPS game. That's the benchmark. Like that is the benchmark to see how your performance is. And I have not disconnected once. I have not lagged once. I have had a very secure connection ever since he installed this network card, right? But now I'm pissed, okay? Because that guy from Breezeline sold me a bunch of bullshit and he didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. There's no reason I should have to go outside of my private internet service provider with all the fucking technicians in the world to go to another private IT professional to solve my internet fucking problems. Disgusting, despicable, low budget, unprofessional, low quality, no customer service. I can't take it. So, I'm gonna tell you one thing that happened. Um, I got a notice about fiber internet coming to town, to my neighborhood. And so at this point, Breezeline's got one more time to fuck up with me before I pull the plug completely. Because now that I have this IT professional in my back pocket, bitch, I'm not afraid of switching internet providers. Not afraid in the least bit, because if I have to switch internet service providers, I'll just call my IT guy up again and say, hey, come fix this shit up again. So I would like to say that I'm done with the Breezeline saga, the internet drama. I would love to say that I'm done. But I'm not going to hold my breath. So there's that. Hey King Alfred, how are you? I'm You're going to hell, bro. I'll keep your seat warm. King Alfred, I'll keep your seat warm, don't worry. Hi Green Tea. I want to talk about the rise of anti-condimentism that has taken over American eating culture. We're now being run by people who dry sandwiches and naked salads. Cycles are making us dry. I agree. I bet your dad hates you. No, my dad loves me. I've got a great relationship with my dad. Please don't go into gambling because you'd be in debt right now, King Alfred. I'm very lucky as a black man to have a great relationship with my father because most blacks don't have fathers in their lives. I'm very blessed to have mine in my life every day. Diddy Show. Guy hates you for sure. No, he loves me, honey. Look at my life. Look at my life. God no, listen. God loves me. God loves him some Cho, honey. He does. Look at the material. Highly favored. Highly favored. Highly favored. Um, while our government cuts for food stamps, we only pay about $35 each for food for our poor, but we pay almost 800 each for the special interest NGOs the politicians stuff their pockets with. It's a shame. Hey Pittman, Israel are God's chosen, not blacks. He didn't choose demons. Demons. Demons, honey. Demons. Listen, I know you keep saying that Israel is God's chosen people, but I think we're talking about different gods, honey. I think we're talking about different gods. Y'all be careful with that stuff. Y'all be careful talking about what God, who God's choose. Y'all be careful. Y'all need to be real careful about what you think God knows, and you thinking you know everything. Listen, I don't have a heaven or hell to put nobody in, but the way y'all talk about God is it's diabolical. Wild. Tread carefully, honey. Tread carefully. That's all I can say. I think he likes you, Cho. He be flirting. Yeah, he loves me. King Alfred loves me with his gay ass. All in my stream on my dick. Girl, please go get a hobby. Um, Alfred sounds like you didn't get enough hugs. Poor thing got a troll live stream looking for attention. Well, baby, I love to give attention. So he found the right stream. King Alfred found the right stream. He digs. I love giving trolls attention. I love it. Cho loves trolls. Yes, I do. We can convince him to join the Cho late night show. Period. He'll be back. They always come back. They can't get enough. They can't get enough. I am so proud of myself that I stayed calm throughout that Braceline rant. Honestly, truly. Honestly, truly, I kind of did that just now. I didn't curse that much. You know why? Because I'm finally at peace with my internet for now. That's why I didn't lose my cool, because the shit fucking works, right? Like it works. We come here to watch Cho dish the troll. Baby, I love a troll. I love a troll. Love, love, love to see him coming. They want attention, and I love to give attention. So it's a mutually beneficial situation that we got going on here, right? So what questions do we have tonight? What questions do we have? What comments? What do you guys want to yap about? Because I don't have a plan. These office hours are meant to just be open dialogue Q&A sessions. Um, you weren't as angry as I thought you would be. You were at peace, baby. I'm at peace. I'm at peace, baby. I'm at peace. I really truly am at peace. Oh my God, Mo Love, what's going on? I'm doing really well. It is good to see you again as well. Um, I'm doing okay. I can't complain. There's shit going on in the background. I will say, guys, I we got tenants. We got tenants, so I'm really happy about that. But we are kind of in a financial hole right now, that we're trying to climb out of. Um, so that's still kind of going on. It's looking very good though. I mean, progress is being made. Just the fact that we didn't have tenants for the last couple months, and our real estate situation is really complicated, and it's not very profitable. I'm not going to go into maybe I'll go into details for a members only stream. Maybe that's what I'll do. I can be a little bit more transparent about my personal finances in that capacity in a members only stream. Um, but I mean, to be honest, I wish we would just sell these properties. Honestly, truly, deep down, if we sold these properties, but I won't even go there here. Hey Pittman, what's going on? What's it like being a slumlord? Baby, I wish I was a slumlord at this point. Honestly, truly. We're the opposite of slumlords. We're the complete opposite. We're like the communists of slumlords. We're very very Do I have my real estate license? No. No, I'm not buying homes and properties for other people. No, no, no. I'm a landlord. Um but no, our situation is pretty terrible financially speaking in terms of our real estate business. We're not making much money at all. And sometimes we even lose more money than not. So it's not a good situation for us financially. And then when we don't have tenants, it's a nightmare. It's a complete nightmare. But we'll talk about that privately, not in public. Um, um, I tell you a joke. Okay, tell me a joke. Being a landlord may get even tougher if inflation spikes. Um, well, yeah. I mean, of course. Um, Everything gets tougher when inflation spikes. I mean, everything gets tougher for everybody when inflation spikes. That's the whole goal, right? Um, Speaking of inflation and rising prices, did you guys hear about? Oh my god, I'm not gonna freak out. Oh my god, I'm gonna freak out. Did you guys hear about that estate tax that Ma'am Danny is pushing on to New Yorkers? Let me go find the article. Um, um, oh, here it is. That's the number 750. Okay, this man, Danny, listen, y'all, I really want him to accomplish everything he sets his mind on. I really want him to get everything he's asking for. I truly do. Because New Yorkers voted for him, right? So they deserve everything that he pushes. I want him to accomplish all of his democratic socialist ideals. Because I really do believe that we need to have an example of communism in America every couple of decades. Every 15, 20 years, we need another case study for the current generation. We need another case study for the current generation to serve as an example of why communism is an utter failure, right? And yeah, people are going to die, people are going to starve, people are going to be pushed out, there's going to be financial devastation, yeah, but I think it's worth it for the whole collective, the whole American collective, to be reminded why we don't indulge in behaviors like that and policies like that. So let me what he is doing right now with the estate sale with the estate tax is if you have collectively property or an estate. So an estate can include your cars, your investments, your home, all this stuff, your estate, your all of your possessions. If it's worth $750,000 or more, they are now going to tax that. Now, before, the estate tax was only for the super rich. This is, I'm like, I'm about to lose my shit, yo. I'm about to lose my shit. It always starts like this. And we're seeing the proof of it over and over and over again. They always tell you, dumb cunts, it's only for the attacking the rich. It's only for the rich. They need to pay their fair share. Yeah, the billionaires, the billionaires. They always get you dumb, insecure cunts. When you give the government power to wield it against your enemies, what you're unintentionally doing is giving them the power to wield it against you. And this is a prime fucking example of how they always do this. The estate tax was originally supposed to only be for the uber super duper wealthy. We're talking about millions of dollars in assets, right? Multiple millions of dollars in assets. The estate tax only affected a very, very minuscule amount of people, right? The whole idea being that you shouldn't be able to hoard your wealth. That's a whole other topic that we could debate, but that's neither here nor there. The point I'm trying to make is that the estate tax was originally supposed to be only for the rich and wealthy, the richest and wealthiest. They've now brought in New York City, they're now trying to bring that 15, was it 15 million or 7 million? I think it was 15 million in New York City. You have to have 15 million in assets in order for the estate tax to kick in. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, please. Please do. Because I'm going off memory and my memory is very hazy. Um, but whether it was 7 or 15 million, those two numbers are very different than 750,000. Okay? So now, let's say it's 750,000 before the tax kicks in. Do you want to know the average home price in New York City? Google it right now, or guess in the comment section. I'll tell you. Guess who in the comment section knows the average price of a home in New York City? Any guesses? Do we have? No one has any guesses. I want to see some guesses in the chat. What do you think the average price of a home is in New York City? Throw a number out. Somebody throw a number out, or I'm not going to continue until I get a number. I want to see one number before I continue. 900K. Okay. 850. 850. So what this means is, if the threshold for the estate tax kicks in at 750, it means, based on averages, virtually every single person that owns a home in New York City just faced a tax increase. Every single person that owns a home in New York City just had their taxes increased. They just had their ability to create generational wealth cut at the limbs, at the ankles, chopped off at the ankles. Every single person in New York City that owns a home, based on averages, just got taxed. You are now going to be unable to leave your loved ones, your son, your daughter, the things that you worked for, the assets that you worked for to build up. Who does this hurt? It hurts everybody. It hurts the middle class. It hurts the upper class. It hurts the lower class, right? I am someone um, who is set up currently to receive a large sum of money from family that I'm an only child. I'm set up in a way where assets will be passed down to me, and I will benefit from that. It's called generational wealth, honey, right? And this is how people can, this is how families and family trees can actually build wealth. The estate tax is designed specifically to stop that because now your 750K dollar home that you scratched and clawed to get in New York City, the one home that you have that you were going to pass down to your son who doesn't have a home, who can't afford a home, who could never in New York City. No one's buying homes in New York City these days. They're being kept in families and passed down and sold to developers. Well, now, if you die in New York City, if this fucking catastrophe gets passed or enacted, I'm not sure if it's already been enacted or not. I don't know. Ma'am Danny is fucking crazy. But now, for the single mom who clawed her way into her first home and only home in New York City at $750,000, now that's gonna be taxed. She gives that she died. She falls dead from heart attack, from all the stress of living in this fucking um hellscape that we call the world. She falls dead. She drops dead. Right. Thank God for that. Um, she finally drops dead, and she wants to leave her home, her son, her struggling son in New York City, the home that she worked her entire life to buy and maintain. And now, what she has just done is she has just cursed him with a $200,000 tax bill. It's absolutely wild. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. But again, I want it all. I want him to do it all. I want my Danny to do it all. Do it all. I want my Danny to do it all. Um, I want him to do it all. Um, oh, I thought you had to have one in order to be in property management. Well, I'm not in property management. I have a property manager that manages the properties. So he's in property management. I'm sure he has a license. But no, I don't have a license. Um, I don't manage. I don't manage our properties. Now I may go do some cleaning. I clean the houses. Um, my timing, I just got on. Not sure how that estate tax progresses, but the exemption was up to 7.1 million, and that will be reduced to 750. Yes, T. Captain Styles, resident New Yorker. That's a T. Thank you for clarifying. I think I said that the exemption was 15 million before. I was incorrect when I said that. It's 7.1 million. Still, I think that's pretty high where it wasn't really affecting a lot of people in New York City. Well, I want let me not say that. It wasn't affecting the middle class in New York City because the middle class doesn't have multiple millions of dollars in assets, right? So, again, the estate tax was designed to only be for the rich. But this is how they get you guys. They get you. They promise you that it's only going to be. First off, they say it's never going to happen. This is how let me tell you. This is how they get you. First, they say it's never going to happen, right? Estate tax that would never happen. Then they tell you, okay, well we lied. It is going to happen, but we're only going to tax the wealthiest of the wealthiest of the wealthiest of the wealthiest, right? So then they tax the wealthiest of the wealthiest of the wealthiest of the wealthiest. Hooray! We're eating the rich. We're eating the rich, right? We're eating the rich. But then, because remember, these people don't know how to manage money at all, they lose more money. they need more money, so they need to steal more money. So then they say, well, you know what? They already gave us the power to like do this estate tax thing, and we're already taxing the wealthiest of the wealthiest of the wealthiest. Why don't we just also tax the wealthiest of the wealthiest? And then you say, but wait, I thought this was never going to happen again. But this is for the common good. This is for the betterment of everybody. Well, all right, if it's only going to be the wealthiest of the wealthiest, then sure. Then they tax the wealthiest of the wealthiest. They bring the exemption rate down. So forth, so forth, so forth until now, $750,000. That includes everybody. That's everybody. That's a massive tax on the middle class in New York City. But listen, maybe good luck. You can have it. Um, do you do moonlighting jobs? I don't know what moonlighting jobs are. I don't really need any details about your real estate income or whatever. Making a video about being a landlord is interesting to me. I would like to learn more about real estate. Sure. Hey, Foster. What's up, black guy? Hey, James. Turn to Jesus. Okay. And the joke of it is the uber wealthy know how to avoid taxes through trust, etc. You're right. You're right, Samantha. That is crazy. 750. Yeah. Uh, can you avoid the tax by doing a trust? I'm not sure, Island Girl. I'm not really privy to how the estate tax is collected by the government. I'm not sure about that. I'm sure there are ways to avoid or limit how much money they can take. Um, but I'm not sure. I'm sure, like you said before, or like Green Tea said, there are lots of people out there who probably have ways of avoiding the estate tax. I'm not aware of those ways because I don't have $7.1 million dollars in assets, nor do I have $7.1 million dollars of assets coming my way. Um, Nor does Ohio even have such a thing. So remember, gotta remember too, by the way, that estate taxes are not even a real thing in most states. Only the craziest far left states and cities have this thing, this tax, because of course, stealing your money before you're even paid it by your employer is not enough. Stealing your money when you pay for new products isn't enough. Stealing your money when you pay for gas and all, it's never enough. Stealing your money when you go to file your taxes isn't enough. Um, it's never enough. So of course these far left democratic states and cities they're just thinking of more creative ways to steal your money, and estate taxes is just one of those creative ways. But the majority of the Commonwealth of the U.S. does not do estate taxes because it's fucking ridiculous. It's like, how many times are you going to tax the same fucking dollar? Like, how many times are you going to tax the same dollar? You tax it when I earn it. You tax it when I spend it. And then you tax it when I die? What? It's it's crazy. It's crazy. Um a moonlighting job can be perceived as a second side hustle job, of course, part-time. Well, this is my part-time job. Yeah, YouTube, social media. I make money from these streams. Well, from the channel overall. I also make quite a bit of money from Instagram. I'm what you would call a micro influencer. So I make the majority of my money through affiliate marketing, through companies that pay me to promote their products, and I make a commission based off of sales. So I make the majority of my online money through that. Um, I don't mind talking about my business income, but that's something I only talk about to members of the channel and to Patreon members. But if you're interested in that stuff in a detailed way, then consider becoming a member because I think it's important to have these discussions with people, especially if you're considering content creation. It's not an easy job. It's a very, very hard job, just like being an actress or any other sort of entertainer. The barrier to entry is non existent, but the likelihood of making it big or making an actual living is also close to being non existent. Um, and I'm being facetious there. It's very hard. More people than not don't make any money from influencing. They actually lose money. That's what the data says. Um, but yeah, so being an online content creator is how I make extra money on the side. It is my side hustle. I would love for it to be. Um, Here they call it inheritance tax. It's just mind boggling. It's mind boggling, Green Tea, how anyone can support taxation of any sort at this point. I mean, honestly, it's like the more that you learn about the government and what they're doing, it's like, and you turn around and you vote for tax increases. What lambs led to slaughter? Lambs led to slaughter. It's ridiculous. Um, but yeah, the estate tax that Mom Danny is pushing in New York City is diabolical, and I hope it passes. I hope he pushes it through. I hope he pushes it through. I really do. Like I'm not being heartless. I'm not being like I feel like I actually am being somewhat utilitarian in that like yeah, people are gonna suffer financially, but I think it's for the greater good. Like I think that the vast majority of Americans will see this example and say, "Oh, wait a minute, communism is bad," and so I think that's a net positive. Hey, Leah. Period. It's only two rules, baby. It's only two rules, baby. Um, what other questions do we have before I get out of here? Let me look up. Oh. Let me look up the average, because when I said 800,000, let me average price of a home in New York City. Google. Oh, but this is listen now. This is just what Google said based on Zillow, so this is all alleged. But the average home value in New York City is approximately 804,879 hundred. So basically $804,000 a year as of January 2026. So again, when Ma'am Danny says that if you have any assets equaling or above 750K, that's basically everybody that owns a home. Everybody. If you own a home, the estate tax, the inheritance tax, he is going to inhibit your ability to pass on wealth to younger generations. Despicable. Despicable. Absolutely despicable. And for better or for worse, some of the easiest ways for poor folk um, to gain wealth is through real estate, through inheriting homes. That's one of the quickest ways to improve your financial well-being. And so for Ma'am Danny to inhibit this, I think is crazy. I think it's crazy. Um, I think when you work hard, you are rewarded with more money, but the lazy want the handout or want to play victims. I mean, it's true. Victimhood Olympics, period. What happened to the rebate checks we were going to get from the terrorists? Baby, Israel got it. Israel got it. What are you talking about? That money belongs to Israel. I'd love to know that too. What happened to the rebate checks that Trump promised from the terrorists? What happened to them? Israel got them. Mm. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Baby, that is funny to me. But and by the way, um, we're gonna be getting sued for all the tariff shenanigans. What a fucking shit show. What a shit show. And my my libertarian conscience told me it was some bullshit from the beginning. And I thought to myself, well, Cho, be fair. Be fair. I thought, be fair. There has been some, it's a very nuanced situation, and in some cases it's been good, in some cases it's been bad. But just keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. This tariff bullshit has caused more drama than it is needed. I think it's been a net negative when you look at all the lawsuits, all the court judgments against them. Um, and we're talking about Trump's own conservative Supreme Court ruling against him. The shit's crazy. Um, so anyway, hey Johanna, how are you? Hey kid, we love you. Those are what we call rebate checks to bet you on his side to vote for him, honey. Techno 15 knows the game. Techno 15 knows the game. We love it. We love a good rebate check. Um, bunch of fucking gang rapists. Yeah, Leah, isn't that story crazy about the Israeli soldiers gang raping that man, taking turns, tagging each other in, running a train? Despicable, demonic, demonic, absolutely demonic. Um, FedEx is now charging tariffs if you order from out of the country, as they should, as they fucking should. I did. I think y'all really forget how incentives work sometime. Did anyone actually think that the companies were going to willingly eat the cost of tariffs? Of course, they were going to pass the cost of tariffs on to consumers. Of course, because a business is they're in it to make profit and money. Um, you think so? So we not getting them? Israel got the checks, honey. Mila, Israel has the tariff rebate checks. They've already been cashed. It's in shekels now, honey. It's in shekels. The tariff money is in shekels. It's all in Israel right now. Another pet peeve of mine are people who say having kids are expensive and why I'm not having kids. Look, after we had our son, it made us leveled up because it motivated us. You don't want to blame the own that you don't want to blame the cost. Don't blame the cost. I get that. Yeah, that is kind of annoying. Funny, Trump said he didn't promise anyone rebate checks. He doesn't promise anyone anything. He lies through his teeth. I miss you. See new Valorant champ. No, I have not. But you know what, kid? I've been obsessed with the finals. Do you play the finals? Have you played the finals? You should try playing the finals with me. Or maybe I should really just get back into playing Valorant. I haven't played Valorant in a long time. Um, you gonna play soon since internet working? So here, I made this announcement recently, but I'm putting a hold on the gaming channel, and listen to me. Listen to why. The reason why is because I want to really hammer home a good consistent schedule for the main channel first. I want to get I'm live streaming every night at 11 p.m. by the way. Every night. Every night I'm going live at 11. The late show with Cho. Okay? This is the late show with Cho. Um 11 p.m. every night I'm going live. And so I want to do that for a while and see what happens. Maybe adjust my schedule to like 5 days a week. Maybe it can be a Friday through like a Monday through Friday gig from then on, and then have 2 days of like editing and doing other type of shit. Just having days off, you know what I mean? Um, but or I don't know. We'll figure that out. But for right now, um I'm going live every night at 11 o'clock, and so I want to make sure that I have this channel in the financial place that I need it to be for me before I start the gaming channel. Because the honest truth is, when I start the gaming channel, it is going to be something it's going to be an investment of time, right? I'm not going to be getting paid over on the gaming channel. That listen, I've done this before. I've gotten monetized on YouTube before. It takes a long fucking time to get monetized. So I want to make sure that I have the financial capacity to put in the time investment on a second channel, and I want to make sure I have that capacity first before I go ahead and do it and stretch myself too thin and then end up not doing anything well and then end up not making any money. Okay? Because again, the whole purpose of this is for me to make fucking money. Okay? So, but I've come up with how should I put this? I've come up with a middle ground. Some on the nights that I do my my show where I talk about specific topics. Like tomorrow night's gonna be a horizontal stream where I talk about Abby Phillip and her apology and how fucking crazy CNN is and how they lie, and propaganda, and they got caught red-handed in a fucking lie. But anyway, that's tomorrow night. Um, but when I do my coverage, when I do my news coverage or talk about different topics, I might do a pre-show. And the pre-show is going to be for members only on this channel, but it will be me playing a video game. So, it'll be like an hour before my live stream. I'll stream for like 10 o'clock, 10 to 10:45. 45 minutes, get a couple matches in here and there, whatever. But that's only going to be for the members kit. Again, my goal right now is to get to a good place financially with the main channel before I commit to starting my second channel. Because it's going to take some time for it to grow and for it to become profitable itself. Um, that being said, I have my merch on the way right now. I'm hoping to launch the merch shop by the end of this month. I want to make sure that the quality is good before I start selling any products to you guys. That's really essential to me. I have to be able to put the shit on myself before I sell it to you guys. And I have so many ideas now that have flooded my head. I have so many hat ideas. So I'll tell you right now, if you don't want to buy, if you want to wait until, okay, join the Discord channel. I'll tell you the ideas in Discord. I'll tell you all the ideas I have in Discord. Um, because I'm releasing 3 designs um, this month. But I have so many more ideas coming up in the near future that I want you guys to get excited for. Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry. So yeah, that answers your question. Am I gonna play soon since internet working? So I am playing games, but I'm just not gonna start the next channel. Terra suck, we know. FedEx has always charged tariffs, but now the customers pay up front. We no longer have de minimis tariffs thanks to Trump. All while Erica Kirk is out here acting like Ronda Rousey, looking like a damn pro wrestler in her sequence. It's crazy. Just like Mexico would pay for the wall. Girl, stop. I played a bit when the first came out. I should check it out again. FedEx is only a transportation company. The tariffs are supposed to be on foreign companies, not the mail service. The Late Show. The Late Show. I love it, DJ. Put some bass in your voice, son. I'm not your son, bitch. Not your son. Baby, do you talk to your son? Make sure you talk to your son before you call me son. I feel that I totally get to. FedEx has a customs department through logistics, formerly trade networks. The company is paid to handle tariffs and follow CBP. Yeah. Yeah, download the finals. We have to catch up. I know we were both busy. Yeah, kid, we've got way too much to discuss. I'm getting ready to end the stream soon. Kit, do you want to chat real quick? It's not gonna be quick. Oh, I the the way I be lying. You want to have I can never have a quick chat with any of my friends. That if I ever tell you you want to have a quick chat, I'm lying. I'm 100% lying. But I am getting ready to end the stream, and I'm going to. I mean, we can chat now if you want, but if not, it's okay. I'll try to wake up early. Oh, you left me a message. I never answered you. I'm so sorry, kid. I apologize. I'm so sorry. That's so reckless of me. I didn't mean to ignore you. I didn't mean to ignore you. I apologize if I did that. That's not nice. It's good to be honest with what your goals are and what you can and can't do at the moment. Yeah, listen, it is. Listen, I'm tired of stretching myself thin. I'm tired of being stressed out in an unhealthy way. I'm okay with stress, but not unhealthy types of stress. So, no, I'm not pushing myself to the limits. Please don't spam. Oh, okay. I don't mind you calling me the N word. I really don't. Um, you can. So let this be another lesson to all the trolls out there. You can call me the N word. You can call me monkey. You can call me the N word with the hard R. I actually do not mind. But don't spam. I just ask that you don't spam. Okay. Um, wait. On a random note, I have won our department's NCAA bracket challenge 2 years in a row. Let's see if I three-peat this year. Oh, wow. Good for you. Hey, Marcus. I'm wondering who all regrets voting for Trump. I'm wondering what was the reason why they voted. No, he was a poor businessman. I don't regret voting for Trump, Love and Needles. I voted for Trump because I didn't like the alternatives. I didn't like Trump, but I disliked the alternatives more than I disliked Trump. It's just that simple. I know that's really hard for people to conceptualize. Um, but I guess the only thing I can say is stop putting up shitty candidates. Stop putting up shitty candidates. I don't know. Crazy. I mean, it's a novel idea. I know. It's a novel idea. It's a novel idea. But I do not regret my vote for Trump. What? I've been voting for the lesser of two evils all of my life. What the fuck are you like? When when Congress is owned, when 98% of Congress is owned by APAC, you are always voting for the lesser of two evils. What are you fucking talking about? So this whole shaming people for who they voted for, how could you? Why would you? How dare you? It's save it. Save it. You can save that bullshit. Save it, honey. Get off your sanctimonious horse, cause your shit stinks just like the rest of ours do. The motherfucker you voted for is just as evil and demonic. They are. They're all owned by the same people. They're just as evil and demonic. It's just, you know, okay, Trump is throwing bombs down on Iran. Would you prefer if the bombs had rainbow flags attached to them with hashtag BLM on the bomb imprinted in bold letters? Would that make you feel better? Call me crazy. I don't know. But that's just me. So no, I don't regret my vote for Trump. Why would I do that? Um I don't regret voting for him, but not happy with this war. I'm not happy with damn near anything he's doing at this point. We need to stop fighting foreign wars for the world that doesn't give two shits about us. Yeah. Hang on, but I'm about to bed. Yeah, man. Why does the leprechaun laugh? Tell me why. Is there a healthy stress? Yeah, Johanna. Of course. Yeah, there is such a thing as healthy stress for sure. So for example, um I am getting ready to start training for my second half marathon. There's a certain level of stress that is attached to training for something as big as a half marathon. That's stressful. Now, there's levels to stress. I'm not pulling my hair out stressing out over this training, but of course, it's something that occupies my mind and my mental space. It's something I have to plan for. It's something I get stressed out if I miss a training day. Like there is a level of stress that actually motivates you. Like stress is not always a bad thing. I think that because our society is so bad at managing stress, it has turned the entire concept of stress into something that is wholly negative when it is not. Stress is a good thing. It's a natural thing that happens to all human beings. Stress is natural and it can be good at motivating you. It can be good at survival, right? Um so it's a perspective issue, I think, when it comes to stress. Yes, there are good forms of stress. The stress that motivates you to be better and to increase your skills and to survive and to improve, that's good. Um you were quick on that, Cho. Not quick enough. I wasn't quick enough. Please explain how to not stretch yourself beyond our means. I have issues with that. Well, it's easy to explain. It's harder to put in practice, Johanna. Obviously, you may have a problem saying no to people. I think people pleasers have this issue more often than others because you want to please other people, you don't want to disappoint other people, you don't even want to have the perception of disappointing other people, regardless of the reality of the situation. You don't even want to perceive the idea of disappointing another person. And that allows you or forces you to place yourself in situations that are stressful that you can't really handle in the appropriate amount of energy. You don't have like the right amount of energy to handle all of your plate. You can't eat all the food on your plate. You're too full. Um, don't put so much food on your plate. You get sick when you eat too much. And so, yeah, I think that's what it is. You gotta say no more often. Come back into your power of no. Saying no is a wonderful thing, and being able to say no confidently and have no regrets about it will earn back a lot of your life. I promise you. So I would say that get get used to saying no. Get comfortable with saying no to things, people, and places, and environments. Sent you a Discord message. Yeah, we were given two awful choices, but we were given more than two choices. See, even that phrasing green tea, I find issue with because there was more than two choices. There was a libertarian candidate, there was a Green Party candidate, there was more than two choices. But when we continue to frame it as only two choices, we unintentionally fall into the duopolies trap, right? There were more than two choices. Um, and I think that if people, I think the we've been trained like animals. We've been trained. We don't actually vote for the candidate that holds most of our similar beliefs. We vote for the candidate that we believe we have the most influence on getting to win. Do you understand that train of thought? So, for example, and I'm guilty of this too, by the way. Typically, I am a principled voter. I typically vote for the candidate that shares the majority of my principles. This is why I have typically voted for third party libertarian candidates on the presidential scale. However, I made a big exception this past presidential election by voting for Trump. Before this recent election, I was actually a never Trumper. I had vowed to myself I was never going to vote for that bastard. I was never going to vote for that evil piece of shit. I've had unpopular I've had negative thoughts about Trump since he became a politician. I think people are confused about that, or maybe they just don't know that I've always disliked Trump immensely. Now, there's nuance. I love that he's a funny guy. He makes me laugh. He speaks and has behaviors like a drag queen. I find him to be very amusing. I do. I do. But on a serious tip, I have always disliked Trump. Always. And so it's kind of funny that when my channel got a big bump in viewership, it was when I was voting for him. And I don't think people are able to parse out that you can vote for someone that you dislike immensely. And again, this was the first time that I voted not for the person that held most of my principles, which would have been Chase. I think Chase Oliver from the Libertarian Party. Um, but um, I thought it was more important to stop Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party establishment from taking yet another administration. That's and then there were some issues that Trump and I agreed on, like immigration. That was the big one for me. Immigration was a big one. So it was a medley of different reasons, but never would I have ever thought that I would be voting for someone like Trump, who is, in my opinion, just my opinion, is conspiracy theory. I have the conspiracy that he's a pedophile. I don't think it's that far removed. I don't think it's that crazy to think that, given all the information we have, but not confirmed. Not confirmed. It's an allegation. It's a very popular allegation, but I happen to think he's a pedophile. Um, but I would vote for him again. I'd vote for him again. Yeah. I mean, over Kamala Harris, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, and if that makes you uncomfortable, then baby girl, that's on you. I don't regret my vote. So anyway, there you go. Um, the illusion of choice, classic mind fuck technique. That part exactly. The illusion of choice. You don't have a choice when every candidate is a part of the APEC party. Every candidate is a part of the APEC party. What are you talking about? You don't have a choice. You're voting all for the same party. Not BLM bombs. Yes, honey. Put the hashtag BLM on a bomb and send it to Iran, honey. Slap a gay flag on, slap a pride flag on that bomb. That makes it more acceptable. Why do you not regret voting for him? Because I think the other candidates would have done worse. So, regarding voting, what are your thoughts on popular vote versus electoral college? I think electoral college is a lot better than popular vote. Um, it just is, in my opinion. It's about representation. We're not a democracy. We're a republic. So, and I think that's the right, and I think that's the right choice. By the way, imagine if our elections were ruled solely by popular vote, only demagogues would have control over these nations. Only demagogues would have control. You don't want demagogues in control. We see enough of the demagoguery today, even in a republic. I think we need term limits and maximum age limits. Girl, it's never gonna happen. That's like asking a criminal to convict himself. They're not gonna put themselves out of a job when the said job is so profitable, so lucrative. Why would someone in a position intentionally and willingly put themselves out of that said position? It's not gonna happen. I keep getting ads while watching your stream. Is this a new money making strategy for you? Um, no. I don't know why. I don't know why ads are popping up on the stream. Um, yeah, I don't know. In Congress. But I'll check. I don't know how to check that. I didn't think that ads popped up on the vertical streams. So I don't know. But I'll make a note of that. In Congress, I feel they are so disconnected, but the same voices are staying in power. We need diversity of voices and choices through limits. I agree. Embrace your inner no. I would have voted third party, but the last election I didn't because of the situation. I think it's disgusting the amount of campaign money that is raised. They should have an amount you're willing to pay to rule out the crazies, but there should be a cap. When saying no to a person, is there a need to give an excellent no? No, Johanna, no. I feel I always have to explain. Why do you have to explain what you're choosing to do to other people? I mean, what? Johanna, no. Raising a certain amount shows the serious contenders, but they should have level playing field for people to access who these people are instead of who raised the most and has the most visibility. I agree. Well, Johanna, they say no is a full sentence, but I've personally found no. But thanks so much. I appreciate the thought, invite, idea, etc. to work as well without ruffling as many feathers. That's true. That's excellent advice. Excellent advice. It's usually a friend asking me to help them or do something for them. When I ask for a favor, I get a I'm busy. Well, Johanna, it seems like they have no problem saying no to you. Why do you have a problem saying no to them? I get ads in horizontal, never get them on vertical. I'm using a phone to watch. Hey Pure, the ads never did before. I don't mind if you're getting paid. Um, I'm doing some things to really ensure my own mental health, including I'll try. I'll look into that. I don't remember. I mean, I do remember playing with some ad settings, but I don't think they should have affected vertical streams. Um, but we'll see. Um, I'm doing some things to really ensure my own mental health, including really devoting my time and energy to people who reciprocate and make me feel loved and positive. Period. Fucking period. Hello, are we popping pussy on a pantry wall today? We already did that, DeAndre. We did that earlier. We're actually leaving right now. I've been live for 85 minutes. 15 minutes longer than I said I was gonna fucking be here. Um, yeah, Johanna, we need to get you together. Baby girl, like Leah said, no is a complete sentence. It's a complete sentence. No is a fucking complete sentence. Guys, yeah, we are gonna go. Johanna, I want you to learn how to build better boundaries. Start saying no more often, embracing your inner no, as DJ so eloquently said. Um, and you don't need to explain yourself. Now, if you want to be nice, sure, but explaining yourself does not mean having a back and forth. I'll be damned if I ever have a back and forth with somebody about why I'm doing whatever the fuck I'm choosing to do to better myself. Okay? But if you want to be nice, you can say, no, I'm busy, but thank you so much. Or like, I wish I could help, but I'm not in the position right now. But thank you. Maybe next time. You can say those things, but there really shouldn't be any other conversation or any other type of pushback after that. If not, they're trying to take advantage of you and they are literally a vampire. Vampires are real, by the way. Vampires are real, and we all know them. And the way to vanquish them is not with garlic. It's with the word no. That's how you vanquish modern day vampires, by telling those cunts no. Anyway, Johanna done pissed me off tonight. Johanna, Johanna done pissed me off tonight. We love you, Johanna. But we want you to vanquish these vampires. We want you to do better, Johanna, because you're such a nice woman. You're such a nice girl, and we love you. You're so kind. You're so generous. You're so giving. I mean, you work with animals. Like, I know your type. I know you're kind. Okay, your benevolence knows no bounds. But there are demons out here. There are vampires out here who will take advantage of that. They smell it. They smell you a mile away. Pray. You're prey to them. And we want to arm you with the right weaponry to defend yourself and to vanquish these demons. It's called no. It's called boundaries. Um. So yeah. Anyway, guys, we will be back tomorrow night, 11 o'clock p.m. We're doing another horizontal stream tomorrow. Tomorrow we're talking about CNN fake news. Um, and Abby Phillip and how she had to apologize live on air. You know, Abby's a beautiful girl. Very, very beautiful. She's gorgeous. And I think she has one of the best shows on TV, right? On cable news. It's the only thing holding CNN afloat these days. But the propaganda has to stop and it has to be called out. Has to be fucking called out. So that's what we're talking about tomorrow night. Um, and then we'll probably have a couple we'll probably have a couple vertical streams. Going to horizontal sounds naughty. I often Iran is coming up. Iran is coming up. In fact, I may put on to Thursday's docket. Thursday's docket might be about the counterterrorism guy who quit today. That's breaking news today. We'll talk about that Thursday. Yeah, we'll talk about that Thursday. Yeah, we'll talk about that Thursday night. We'll talk about that Thursday night. Did you read the Stoic bit at the beginning? I did, Ben. I did. 11 o'clock. I go live at 11 o'clock every night. Be sure to like the stream. If you've not liked the stream yet, what are you waiting for? Like the stream. Hey, Evolution. Um, and hey, Often. Okay, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.